This is the moment you can only dream of. MP has a chance to get his team over the proverbial mountain in a Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Porzingis against Kessler. MP outside. This is amazing. MP leaving everything out on the floor here in overtime. Craig, this is unbelievable to watch.
And this is what dreams are made of. Literally, the way MP has exploded here in overtime is just what they need.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Collins, a screen on White. Knocking it outside. Shoots the three. The three goes down.
How about the shooting stroke from Markkanen, appearing very comfortable pulling the trigger from deep.
And with MP growing up in Chicago and following the Jordan dynasty so closely, now just moments away from starting his own era with a win here.
And we saw early on that MP can defer too much, but in these playoffs, he's stepped up and has become the guy for this team in the clutch. I have to say, guys, MP really came out firing from that last time out. We've seen outstanding tenacity in this overtime.
And Greg, on the topic of NBA Finals that went the full 7 games. That Spurs Heat series with LeBron pushing Miami to victory back in 2013. Tonight, another very memorable Game 7.
Yeah, that was quite a series. The Heat, of course, winning in that Game 7 by just 7 points. I also think back to an ultimate classic with the two most decorated franchises, the Celtics and Lakers back in 2010. That championship, number 5 for Kobe. The winning teams of the select few Game 7s of the NBA Finals have some of the most iconic and legendary players this league has ever seen.
Here's George following the bucket by the Celtics. Here's MP. And Stan MP is pouring it on in this Finals Game 7.
Kevin, we are witnessing championship pedigree in the making right here.
Tatum down low. He's guarded by Collins. Oh, Greg, that does not go.
Trailing by 10. This is starting to slip away from him.
And MP putting on a show to remember here in overtime.
Talk about rising to the occasion. MP has taken over.
Tatum. Oh, Jason Tatum finishes with authority.
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the jam. Casares screen on White. The drive by MP. Oh, that is a big-time jam.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Down by 12. One of the things, Stan, you've got to admire about this group, their resiliency, their tenacity, how tough they have fought every inch of this game.
Yeah, well, look back to how they handled themselves in round 1, round 2, the conference finals. With MP leading his team every step of the way, bringing them right here to this moment.
You can sense the relief coming on. They are ready to celebrate.
Yeah, that last bit of sand through the hourglass. Time for confetti.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
MP. Oh, good on the layup. And they've done it. They are the NBA champions.
MP. Yo, MP. Yo, what's up with you, man? You doing another one of those visualization exercises?
I was.
All right, well, look, I've been calling you for a minute, okay? It's like you're on a different planet.
Listen, you got to fully immerse yourself in the experience that you're trying to manifest. If it doesn't feel real, then it doesn't work.
Okay, you're right. All right, so what are you manifesting this time?
I got that goal-setting meeting later on with Coach Tucker and Cliff.
Okay.
And I was visualizing how I want my rookie year to go.
Okay, cool. Well, judging by that goofy-looking grin you got on your face, it must have went pretty good, huh? Let me guess, Rookie of the Year.
Even better. A championship, bro.
Ooh, I was close, though. Okay, look, on that tip, when you get to the meeting, they're going to ask you, what kind of player do you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
All right? Have you visualized that yet?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Well, great. What do you see?
I'm his favorite lady. I ain't really got time for you, but I always find a slot. Left the stool 4 a.m., now I want you in my spot. You always on point for me, always on point for me when I'm not. Anybody try to play with you ain't ducking me. Rock with me, baby. Ain't no one stopping us, baby. Okay, let's do it. You my favorite. You my favorite lady. Okay, let's do it. My ex wanna, but I'm off that. Used to pay up rent, but I ain't giving it. It's time to move on and make it my chick on. Both our exes broken, we getting rich on. Just got home with my little baby, he just hit 1 o'clock. That girl, I'm with you and I just can't stop. Always on point for me, always on point for me when I'm not. You make me feel good while I'm working these shots. Yeah, let's do it. Rock with me, baby. Ain't no stopping me, baby. Okay, let's do it. I'm his favorite. I'm his favorite lady.
Come on, man. You see it.
You spent a lot of time thinking about this, didn't you?
Yeah, only my entire life. Now, did you want something, or were you just coming in here to try to interrupt my meditation, man?
Nah, man. I'm here on official business, all right? I know we boys and all, but I am your manager, okay?
Still can't believe I let you talk me into this one, man.
Hey, that's the power of persuasion, right? And it's one of the best skills you have as a manager.
All right, Mr. Manager. Manager Way, what's up, man?
All right, so I was coming here to remind you about that goal-setting meeting you got today, but you all over that, though.
100%.
All right, look, don't be late, okay? Because Coach Tucker hates it when people are late.
It's at the arena, right?
Yeah, it's in Cliff's office.
All right, got you.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about pickup hoops.
Oh, nah, P. You're not about to tell me I can't hoop at the park, man. I could get hurt just walking down the street. I can't worry about that, man.
No, that's not my angle. As a matter of fact, I was going to tell you I found the guys in the city who run the best games, okay? Chris Manning and Shakedown. I dropped the pin for you so you can talk to them whenever.
Okay. Nice, man. Good looking out, bro.
Hey, no doubt.
Hey, anything else or what's up?
Oh, yeah, walk with me.
What's this?
Well, I've been thinking. This moment, start to your NBA career. I mean, we talked about this for as long as we've known each other, man.
Facts.
You put in a ridiculous amount of work to get here.
That's also true, man.
Yeah, so I just, wanted to give you something you could look at to remind yourself of how far you come and so you could appreciate the journey.
Yo, is this that club league ticket from when you was out there talking trash in the parking lot, bro?
Yo, it is. And when you found out I was moving to Plainview, you were big mad.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is outstanding. This is hitting me, man.
It's just a small token. So what are you gonna do now? Head to the arena, get there nice and early for your meeting?
I'm gonna hang back for a little bit, man. This is taking me back.
You do you. I'll catch up with you later, all right?
wanna be with you. I still think about you. I still think about you. Tell me how you been. Crazy how you turned into a dub when I could've been 2 10s. Crazy how I still feel alone in the room with my whole crew. Damn, can't help myself. Could've been more loyal. Could've been more for you. But you been so fake, I swear it's like the chains you be wearing. Aluminum for you. No heart to pour you. First time I saw you, you me. Had you out your body, 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 had you out your body. Only for one night. I wanna be with you. Money up, okay, you match my vibe. I wanna be with you. Only for one night. I wanna be with you. Money up, okay, you match my vibe. I wanna be with you. For sure. For you, I make them cry for you. I can't get tired of you, desire you. I would bother you if there was 5 of you, no lie to you. For you, it's like I'm 5 of you. For me, for you, now I need a shot of you. Sound with you, I do what I gotta do. I just wanna vibe with you, would die for you. Put them to the side for you. I ain't gotta hide from you. That I made you. Had you out your caddy. G6 Scotty. The way you got it. Like Hibachi. Blast on Friday. I can't pass on Stockton. My long come home, I was wrong, baby, I was wildin'. Blowing up your phone, what you want, where you at, baby, know I'm starting. Wanna be alone, I'd rather you do that than be outside. I ain't tryna trouble, but I'm grown, so what's going on, just be honest. What's with all the aqua silence? You got another in this.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Skylar Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and bitches, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, this for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. A moment now to check out some numbers for John Collins.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Markkanen in at the 3. And for the Clippers, the post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Powell in at the small forward position. Here we go. So the Clippers win the tip. All right, looking at the Utah Jazz, Shams. What'd you think about trading All-Stars Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell back in 2022?
It's really rare for an NBA team to trade two All-Stars in one offseason, especially a team that was competing to go deep in the playoffs year after year after year. But they really believe, Kevin, that they got maximum value for both Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell. They're flush with draft picks. They've got young talent, young assets, and cap space moving forward. I really like and have confidence in their future.
Well, we know Gobert's made a difference with Minnesota. Mitchell seems to be making a difference with Cleveland. So you love the trades that work on all sides, don't you?
And Kevin, one thing you know about the front office in Utah is they're going to be completely aggressive moving forward to bring talent to Utah.
Well said. And the first one at the line is good.
When I think about Colin Sexton, the first couple things that come to mind, speed and confidence. It is what makes him such a good scorer.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And the Clippers getting that contract extension done with Coach Ty Lue. They've really invested in the future, haven't they, Sean?
A nice, shiny new arena and everything that they built in LA. And yet, this is a talented and aging roster. The clock is ticking for this. Iteration of Clippers basketball around Kawhi Leonard. They know the time is right now.
And they've added Jeff Van Gundy, so another great basketball mind on that staff. Outside, Markkanen. Kessler setting the pick for Sexton. It's not going to go for him. Great tee that time from Batum. In the corner, Powell with it. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
George passes to Kessler. Kessler, a screen on Batum. Sexton, basket counts.
You love this. The pressure gets physical, and Colin Sexton. Doesn't blink. Nice job finishing through contact.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. Now, I asked Coach about the defensive game plan tonight, and he said preventing easy buckets around the rim, and that starts with John Collins. He's a great interior scorer, especially when he gets ahead of steam, so we have to limit those opportunities. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's Harden. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax, it's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. And the Clippers making a change here. Coffee's checked in. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. And Bryant actually did stuff for 2K. As you know, not too long ago, before his passing, he sat down for a couple hours. But I hate to rank them because Kobe, Jordan, and LeBron are all right there at the very, very top. Hard to beat Jordan, right?
Very hard to beat Jordan. Obviously, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Kobe, for me, watching growing up, that was the closest thing that I had.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
On the court is your fight squad. Who wants this free t-shirt? Let's hear it.
Saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. Outside, George to the wing on the left. Here's Sensabaugh. And that'll be 2 free throws. throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
First free throw is good. So, for the Clippers, Bamba is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Chris Dunn. And Porter subbed in for James Harden. Utah also making some changes. Eubanks, he's checked in for Walker Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Collins. And it's Sexton in for Keontae George. He's off on the second. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Coffey. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Coffey's got 5.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Out left to the wing. Outside for Sexton. Now here's Markkanen. He's guarded closer. Sexton with the bounce pass. The Jazz with another miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Collier, he's checked in for Markkanen. And so Powell nails both of them. Here's Collier. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Pass to Eubanks. Stolen by Bamba. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist from Porter.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Here's Eubanks. Scoreless thus far. And Sexton has it in the corner. Pass to Filipowski. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Bamba. Stolen away. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Clippers ahead, leading by 10. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
Jazz trail by 10. Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right. They're all fun to watch. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Sexton, Drew Eubanks out there with Filipowski. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3, the small forward. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. And Utah has possession. The Clippers getting the bucket. Back to Eubanks. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Highland. Filipowski grabs the board.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Porter with the steal. Going inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your screen? I feel like I'm talking to my teenage daughter. What is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin. I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. Here is Williams. The Clippers getting the bucket, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Zubac. The Jazz have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. First one falls for him. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
Shot up 2 there.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Los Angeles making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Jazz trail by 19.
Give yourself a round of applause.
Pass to Sensabaugh. In the corner, Collins with it. Williams from outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
For Utah, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going for a 6. And he hits the first of 3.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Powell, he's checked in for Miller. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Kevin Porter. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
Yeah, I thought the giveaways were a tremendous factor. They were taking some chances on D, jumping in the passing lanes, that sort of thing, and it really paid off for them.
Now Markkanen. James Harden missing on the three. Williams passes to Collins. Stolen by Harden. Dunn, wide open, he fires. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, Zubac knows his job, and that's to do the dirty work. Get into the offensive glass.
Outside Williams.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Pass to George. Collins, a screen on Harden. George dishes to Collins. And the basket is good. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
We know Keontae George is an effective playmaker. He always seems to make the right decision with the ball.
Now Powell. Back to Harden. The three. The rebound by the Jazz. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
Shams, I am so sorry our time has run out. It has been great having you here with us. We appreciate your time so much, and I hope we do it again soon.
Thanks, Kevin. Anytime. You know, when I'm not on my phone, I'm here to talk to you and talk hoops with you any time of the day.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much again. Hey, DB, wasn't that terrific talking to Shams? He is as plugged into everything around the NBA as anyone you could hope to meet.
A guy who's really in the know, and as somebody who prides themselves on doing research, boy, you have got to respect the legwork and the dedication he brings to the table.
And here's George. James Harden getting it to go from deep. Outside, Sexton. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At the line for one, James Harden.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Harden. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strengths. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin, a 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Now, here is Harden. 15-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
And James Harden, simply stated, is putting it to the defense right now. Somebody has got to step up and get the ball out of his hands.
Here's George. His last outing, he had 18 points. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Sexton kicks to Markkanen. Stolen by Harden. Driving the lane. And the jam by Harden.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so it's Los Angeles in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. When we make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Los Angeles Clippers.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest. Can't ask for more than that.
Wash, rinse, repeat. You guys wouldn't understand that because it involves shampooing. And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Doris, recently the Clippers relocated their G League team, bringing basketball back to the city of San Diego.
Kevin, I absolutely love this because San Diego gets its first NBA representation since 1984. And yes, it's great for the city itself, but it's also a smart move by the NBA. You are tapping into an untouched market.
The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So, it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Hey, DB, what do you make of Colin Sexton's nickname, Young Bull?
Kevin, I think it's a very apt moniker because this guy is relentless. He attacks you with his defense. He's going to come at you with a ton of youthful energy, and he will not back down.
And he makes the first. Greg Colin Sexton, still so young. He entered the league when he was just 19.
Yeah, drafted back in 2018. Sexton has a few years left in his 20s, so you expect him to continue to expand his game and improve on both ends.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. You know, Greg, thinking back to the glory days in Utah, they went to back-to-back finals in 97 and 98.
Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that Stockton-Malone era, they just couldn't overcome the dynastic Bulls. The Jazz still searching for that first NBA title.
Harden the pass to Zubac. Done with it. Batum a screen on Sexton. The 11-footer. Offensive rebound. And they get it back. Markkanen against Powell. Zubac with the screen for Powell. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
James Harden, shooting 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. Outside, Sexton. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. Batum grabs the miss.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Outside Collins. And George kicks to Markkanen. Sexton against Zubats. The shot by Sexton, no good. Batum wide open, he fires. Off target with his 3. Jazz have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. It's good. Sexton's got 6 points.
Well, if you've got the speed of Colin Sexton, put the ball on the deck and make sure you make good use of it.
Here's Harden. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Sexton, the pass to Markkanen. Nice ball movement by Utah. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, nice job to capitalize right there in an instance where all you got to do is catch and shoot.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Coming onto the court is your Clippers.
So, for the Clippers, Amir Coffey comes in for Chris Dunn. And Porter subbed in for James Harden. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Coffey. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 7. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Kessler passes to Markkanen.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Here's Porter. Rebounded by the Jazz. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Sensabaugh. Sexton kicks to Markkanen. Here's the screen. Inside. Filipowski. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Here's Porter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Doris, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those 2 players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Bones Highland subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the league by storm.
Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 5 points now this quarter.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Utah foul. Rory Markkanen, second personal foul.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
They've been running away from the defense all game. I mean, loads of points here off the fast break, and the opposition just hasn't been able to adjust to that aggressive play style.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Filipowski. Picked off in midair. Now here's Powell. Not a lot of room. And a wide open look for Porter. Drills the three-pointer. Porter's got 8 points.
Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Highland misses. Jazz have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Sexton with the bounce pass. Filipowski passes to Markkanen. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Clippers. 1 second left. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Collier. Filipowski's out there with Drew Eubanks. Then it's Williams. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard spot. Pass to Filipowski. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Filipowski's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Jazz. Spins. Highland passes to Bamba. Here's Coffey. Drives to the hoop. The kick out to Porter. That one a little long.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And Jones sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And the Clippers making a change here. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And it's Collier missing. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And the foul called on Isaiah Collier.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. On defense, the Jazz. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Mo Bamba showing you the ability to pass the basketball. Pretty look.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Guarded by Porter. Here's Collier. The Jazz again can't hit it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Yep, that one goes.
Defenses try to test Porter's physicality, but he's adjusted well to it.
To the wing right side. Here's Sensabaugh. The Jazz with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Highland against Williams. Floats one up, and the layup is good.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Los Angeles Clippers. Takes it inside. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebound.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
He's off on the first. And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Porter with the steal, and they're running. Highland with it, now defended by Markkanen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Bones Highland causing a little havoc in the lane. He'll get to the free throw line.
You know, when you talk about this Jazz team, Doris, you have to mention head coach Will Hardy.
You certainly do, Kevin, because remember, he came from the Boston Celtics organization. He also had a history in San Antonio. He is known as an excellent tactician. He does an incredible job scouting. Utah, always one of the best prepared teams in the league.
The first free throw is good. So, Greg, you played the point. In Create a Player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
And he can't hit the second.
Guys, I think it's obvious. Bones Highland has talent on the offensive end as a scorer. But for this guy to really make it, he's got to find a way to be efficient and consistent.
Sexton dishes to George. Shot clock at 6. Lets the three fly. Buries it from three-point range.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Porter against Sexton. And it's Highland in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist in this one.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Fires the three. Utah with the rebound. Collins has got 5 rebounds tonight. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Miller's checked in for the Clippers. Here's Porter. And it's good off the back rim and in. Porter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Poetry in motion. Porter with a beautiful stroke rising up there from mid-range.
George looking around. Shoots the three. Hits it from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one. Slamming it down with authority.
Highland against George. Down low. Markkanen in the corner. Sexton for 3. It's hauled in by Coffey. LA's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And, man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them. And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Jazz are gone, 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Collins kicks to Sexton. George up top. Pass to Collins. Porter looking it over. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Sexton against Porter.
You can see the explosive athleticism that caught the eye of NBA scouts. Sexton with the dunk.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And that one's good by Porter.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Collins setting the pick for George. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Here's Highland. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. James, another explosive score and productive night for you. How'd you get into that rhythm?
My teammates did an unbelievable job tonight, man. Every night, every single night of, getting me open, getting me shots, and we came away with the victory. That's all that matters.
Well, they did a great job, man, but so did you. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in as we present our player of the game.